Get out of my personal space.
You cannot be recording.
Get out of my personal space. Don't touch my. If you touch my stuff or me, we're gonna have a problem. You understand me? I will defend myself. I'll defend myself if you touch me.
That's fine.
You understand me? I'm gonna warn you right now. You touch me. If you touch me, I'm gonna change the way you brush your teeth. You understand me? You hear that, right?
I understand.
You hear that? Touch me, see what happens.
Okay.
All right, punk? Don't touch me. Don't touch my stuff either. That's an extension of myself.
You keep pushing towards my
hand. It's called assault.
You keep pushing.
I'm going up and down, brother. You're in front of me. You came to me.
Today's video takes us to the beautiful city of Columbus, Ohio, where we find Zany Zach, aka Baby Girl Zach, as he tries to get inside his building that he thinks he paid for. I don't know how that's possible, Zach, when you live in Florida. I don't know. You pay taxes in Ohio? I don't know, Zach. You got some babies here in Ohio? Well, none of my business. Let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy!
Welcome back, Liberty Trollers. We're in the city of Columbus City Hall in Columbus, Ohio. This is the very first audit that Liberty Troll has done outside of the state of Florida. Is that a policy?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So I can enter into my building that I pay for?
It's just the rules.
Okay, can I see the rules?
No, you can look up. I don't know where they're at. You can look them up online though.
I have business here though today.
That's okay. So just tell me what you need to go to the city clerk for.
I don't feel like I need to explain that to a security guard.
Okay. I'm sorry. You're more than welcome to stay out here all you want. That's fine.
Well, I'd like to speak to someone. So if someone comes here to do a public records request, they have to get an appointment?
Right there.
Now, I am trying to figure something out here, good people. Maybe you can help me. Zach lives in the state of Florida, and this is the state of Ohio. And he says this is his building. How is that possible? What taxes do you pay for this city building? Remember, this is a city building, Zach. Yeah. All right, well, hey, let's continue. What do I know?
Yeah, I'll take a snapshot of that. There's a policy of the city of Columbus study. Okay. I'm within business hours. It doesn't say anything about having an appointment.
You can give them a call. You can get city clerk a call. You're more than welcome to give them a call.
I mean, I'm just going to stay in the publicly accessible areas of my building.
Fine. Right here is good enough.
Yeah, it's publicly accessible
No.
in a lot of different areas that have public offices. So you're going to do your job and let me through so I can conduct my business?
You good right here, man. I know what you're doing, man.
You know what I'm doing?
I watch you guys all the time. You good.
Okay,
you
so if
stay
you
stay right here, but
what do you
have business go back there.
I do have business, sir.
Right.
I'm conducting.
You give them a call.
No, I don't need to give him a call. You know.
That's all right.
What if somebody doesn't have a phone though? Like I have a phone, obviously, but if somebody comes in and they want to take, they want to conduct their business in person. They don't have a phone. They don't have a computer.
Now, these days, who wouldn't have a phone or a computer, Zach? Everybody has a phone. My grandma has a phone. Well, she's not around anymore. But if she were, she'd have a phone. There's something wrong with you. How do you like Zach in his Karen wig? He really does look like a little baby girl, doesn't he? This security guard is not interested in hearing your rhetoric, Zach. And I'll tell you something. If a person doesn't have a phone or a computer, I don't think they'd have any business here in City Hall. What do you good people say about that? Leave me a comment.
How, like someone off the street, like they're homeless. How do they come in and get services that are available to the public?
No idea.
You see how silly that is?
Well, City Hall don't conduct business with homeless like that, so I don't have any idea what you're speaking about.
Someone who's homeless can come in and get a public records request. If they said make an appointment, you're not welcome to come in your building. That's a little ridiculous, right?
I guess it is. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, I read the sign. There's nothing on the sign that says I need a appointment. Okay, so I'd like to conduct my business, sir. Let me speak to your supervisor. You're obviously not of no help, so.
You can go outside to the shack on the left-hand side there, and you speak to her out there.
And that's, what party you guys work for? Third party? What third party security?
work for the city.
You work for the city?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Excuse me, sir. Are you a supervisor here? Are you with law enforcement? Can I speak with you for a second? I appreciate it.
Baby girl Zach is just bound and determined to get inside his building, isn't he? If you worked that hard on finding a job, sweet thing, you'd have a job instead of all these mugshots. What do you good people think about his latest mugshot? Isn't he handsome? Not.
How you doing, sir? Could I get your name and badge number first? Carrie? I'm Zach. Wanted to go in and get a public records request. He's saying that he won't let me in because it's a policy that I have to get an appointment, but that's not true. I don't see any policy. He referred me to the sign over here, but it doesn't say anything about an appointment. It just says you have to be here within hours of operation to get a public records request.
Okay.
So can you help me get through so I can conduct my business?
Well, no, he is true that they operate by appointment only. But
For a public records request?
usually that's submitted electronically. What kind of public records are you looking for? Like criminal history or?
I just want to keep that private. But usually I just give it to them verbally under the statute for the public records request, and then they just write it down, and then they submit it to the, to the designee.
Baby girl Zach, I think you've been watching Goat Boys videos too much. The designee, the designated. Yeah, why don't you just say give it to the FOIA officer and be done with it, boy?
That's pretty much it. And then I wanted to conduct some other business here while I was at it.
Okay, yeah, both. For several years, all the offices in the building operate by appointment only. Any government building, really.
I already know that people do come into the building for services without an appointment. I know that's, and once you and once they allow one member of the public in, it makes it publicly accessible.
That's right. That's why nobody.
So it's 100. So no member of the public comes in here for any reason whatsoever without an appointment.
Well, they don't speak with anybody without an appointment unless we call somebody down and they're.
Okay. Well, the other part of my business has nothing to do with speaking with anybody. So I'd like to just kind of mind my own business, observe the pictures on the walls that I pay for to see what our tax dollars are going into. I want to take note of what is publicly accessible and document it. That's also a First Amendment protected activity.
I tell you what we'd like to see, Zach. We'd like to see you document finding a job. Document that, boy. Fill out the application, go to your interview. Yeah, document all that, boy.
Okay.
It's official business.
Yeah, that's set up by tours. So you can call and have somebody.
That's not a tour. I don't need a tour. That's just, I pay taxes. I want to take a look at the pictures on the walls, see what our tax dollars are going towards.
That's the only way you can do it is by appointment or schedule with somebody.
Can I see the policy on that?
I have no idea where it's written.
Because you understand this is the people's building. This isn't.
I understand that, but
right?
It's accessible to the public as long as you follow the policy. Any government building is that way.
You said you need an appointment if you're here to talk to somebody. What if I'm not here to talk to anybody?
Yeah.
I would just like to observe,
Yeah.
my government
you make
building.
an appointment with a tour guide, and they will take you around.
Okay, well, part of that is to observe my government within the course of their official duties, which is a First Amendment protected activity. So how do I do that if my freedom of travel is being prevented?
Like I said, you make an appointment, and they will take you around, but you don't have access to the government offices without appointments with each individual person. That's
not
just the way it is.
Well,
At any building, you can't walk into the State House and walk into the office of your senator. You have to make an appointment to talk to them.
Yeah, but that's different. People
No,
can
it's
come.
not. It's state government, city government. They're run the same way.
So somebody,
Same as the White House, federal government.
so somebody has an appointment to say to see the city clerk, and then they finish their business. Are they forced to leave? And if they don't leave, are they arrested? Is that how that works? You guys are so gung ho about keeping.
I'm not sure. Most people just leave when they're done with their business.
Well, if they don't leave, what happens? Is there a policy that?
That's a building policy. I've never been involved with that.
Okay. Well, it's an unconstitutional policy. I mean, if they had a policy that said you can't wear red shirts, I mean, you wouldn't, that wouldn't be, that would, well, you think it's funny, but I mean,
It's not unconstitutional.
These two guys are having a good laugh at your expense, baby girl Zach. They think you're some kind of comedian. Well, they do call you the Joker, don't they? Yeah, look at baby girl Zach back in the day when he had some hair. He's losing his hair now, and he's lost his bloody mind if he ever had one. But let's continue. Let's speed it up a bit. This is a long video.
Much later.
So I can only observe my government in the course of their duties from outside, unfortunately, because they won't let me inside of my building, despite showing them the Ohio statute and their own policy on the public records requests. Chad, I was going to call you, but I'm using my phone. I printed out, I went to FedEx, I did my research, I looked up the Ohio statute regarding the public records policy as well as the actual Columbus of Ohio policy. I was explaining to Mr. Carrier over here that the statute, I'll show you. Let me just show you here real quick. And I looked it up already. There's nothing that came out after this. That. I think you said or someone said September 29th. Something's coming out, like an update or something or other. But
I didn't say. I'm not privy of that.
I don't know if it was you or not, but I'm just. Somebody said. I'm just kind of regurgitating what somebody said. But there's nothing that's come out ever since.
When it comes to laws, old baby girl Zach here knows what he's talking about because his boyfriend's a YouTube law expert. Isn't that right, baby girl Zach? Is that your boyfriend or your girlfriend? Because I'm confused on all that stuff. I don't know how that works.
Sense, you know what I'm saying? Do you mind if I keep that?
No.
Okay.
I was going to give it back.
Okay.
But what I just had a young lady come out. It's a little disruptive when we have people that are like poking in.
Well, they
are doing payroll.
That's the only way.
Checking.
I understand. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, it's not the only way. I asked you just to make an appointment, and I'll get you in.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not going to make an appointment because I don't have to. So the only option that's left available is to observe my government from the outside. Because you guys aren't letting me in to review the records and do everything else I came here to do.
Okay.
So I showed you the statute for the state of Ohio and the public records policy as well. In addition to that, basically says I don't need to make an appointment.
I'm going to have to double check on my side before I can even act or say anything.
Okay. Who would you be? Is there like is there a PIO I can speak to in the entrance lobby area over there?
Not at the moment. I was going to try to reach out and see if I could get somebody with the city attorney that...
Oh, no, sir. Zach wants to come in his building right now. And if you don't stop violating his rights, he could file a federal lawsuit. Now, I say he could file. I don't know. He'd have to come all the way back up to Ohio. I don't think he's going to file a federal lawsuit, but you never know about these things.
But that's why I was asking you to send me an email. I will get it forwarded to the people that need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with this now because I'm here. I can't play that long game, so I need to.
It wouldn't be about
get some clarification because I do have a right to go in there, regardless of whether you. I respect you for wanting to check up on it. I'm just saying I don't need to wait, 24 hours or however long to get an answer. I just want an answer now because if the answer is ultimately no, I want to get on record that you guys are refusing me access into my building without making an appointment, and then I could take that to the state attorney, and then you guys could be held liable for that.
Was one of our auditor's offices, which has checking all that kind of information, actually on the screens. I can't have we can't just have you doing that.
Well, if I see it from public, it's not against the law. But for now, if we could just focus on the letting me in so I can do things. I'll be in and out. I'm not going to be here all day. I just want to go into all the offices that should have the copies of the public records retention schedules posted. I want to look and make sure those are in compliance and make sure those are reviewable. And I want to put in a request while I'm here as well.
I'll see what I can do.
There should be someone designated in every single office, like the Treasury office as well and all the other public offices that are in here.
Did you say you wanted to do a public records request?
Yeah, I was going to give it verbally, and then they write it down.
They ask for all public records requests to be online.
Well, they ask,
fill out the form.
but I don't have to do that online. I can do it in person as well. That's another option, but I can do it in person. Every public employee who works inside of a public office is required by law to do that. They can't turn me away online. They can't shoo me away to, sing an email or, whatever the case may be. I'm here now. Our building is here. We pay taxes for this building to pay your salaries. We want you guys to work for us.
Oh, yes, indeed. Zach's currently not online. He's just like Georgie boy. Matter of fact, these two are buddy-buddy. If they lived a little closer, they might be, I probably shouldn't say that. Well, let's carry on.
Are instilled to protect people that work here.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I understand what you're
freedom
saying.
freedom is dangerous. If they're that much of a sissy, they shouldn't be working for the public. Really is what it comes down to. I mean, I hate to say it, quite frank, but you know, if they're that scared of the public, they shouldn't be working for the public. I mean, point blank, that's the way it is.
I hear you.
But if I could be on the phone call with you, if you want to call whoever you got to call, I would like to talk to them, or at least observe what's going on so I can respond to it instead of having to wait around back and forth and be here all day. You know what I mean? I already know the answer to all this. I'm just letting you, look into it yourself, because I know you're just trying to be cautious and you got somebody above you. So, I mean, by all means.
Let me find out. Again, I just can't have you going through the windows, okay?
Well, that's another matter. I'll go hang out in the lobby or in the entrance area for now, so you know where to find me. Wait for you there. How long do you think it might take?
Give me like 5 minutes. So.
Okay, fair enough.
If you do want to make an appointment, you're more than welcome to do that.
Who is that you talk to? What's the name of that
I'm
person?
a higher up.
Because it just takes that off you.
I know.
Otherwise, your name goes on the civil lawsuit. I'd rather not.
But I'm the security manager. We have policies and procedures for a reason. I don't have a problem if you come and set up an appointment to meet
I just printed it up.
And you told me, I know that, but our building policies as stand, you have to show ID to even enter.
What policy are you referring to? Because I got it printed out right here, brother.
I believe that's older. Like I said,
You believe that's older? Can you guys show me?
Like I said, I was willing to get that for you, but I can't produce that like right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to go into my office and look it up and meet with the city attorney and all that other stuff. So I don't have that stuff readily right now.
What's the city attorney's name? Is it the city attorney you were talking to?
No,
Who was it you were talking to?
it is not. It's not.
Is it a public
it's not
employee?
concern. What I'm saying is,
I mean, no, it is my concern, because I want to know who's the defendant on the lawsuit.
I always like to say, this is America and you could sue anybody you want at any time for any reason. You're going to sue. But what are your chances of winning the lawsuit? This is what you have to consider before you file the lawsuit, Zach. And you're going to come all the way back up here to Ohio from Florida? It seems like a waste of time and money. But you keep on, sweet thing.
Rivers is saying no to
Okay.
access at
All right.
the moment. But what I'm trying to say is, if you follow the protocols, show your ID, and do everything like I'm asking.
That's a violation of my Fourth Amendment right to show ID to come into my building that I pay for. You understand this is America. We're not in North Korea
I
here.
don't want to go back and forth.
All right, well, I don't either.
I gave you what I could. If
What-
you have anything that I can help you with immediately, I will, but I don't have anything unless you make an appointment.
So who do I put on the civil lawsuit?
I'm assuming
You
me,
and
whoever.
The officer over
I'm
here?
just telling you what we cannot do.
Okay.
Okay.
Well-
and you're disrupting workflow. I have people that are coming to me asking us, "Why are you out there doing the video?"
I'm not going to stop.
That's
What
fine.
happens if I walk through here? What's going to happen?
This is a restricted area, so you would have to find out.
It's not restricted, but if I was to walk through that,
It
what
is
would,
restricted if we're having you show ID.
so if I walk into that restricted area, quote unquote, what's going to
without
happen?
Well, I tell you what, sweet thing, why don't you go ahead and see? Why don't you go ahead and try to pass through that metal detector? I want to see if you'll be arrested. That would make for a great upload, wouldn't it, good people?
ID,
Without
then
showing
we will
ID.
ask you to leave.
Just ask me to leave?
We will ask you to leave.
Is there going to be any kind of law enforcement involved or anything like
I'm
that?
not doing that with you, look.
I'm just
We're
saying.
asking everybody, we have the key card here for a reason. This is how everybody comes in. We know who comes through our door.
We have the Fourth Amendment for a reason, though, sir. This is the government our forefathers were warning us about. Have to show papers for everything, or you know what I mean?
I appreciate you. If you have any other business,
Can I speak to a PIO? That's all I'm asking. If I could speak to a designated PIO in one of these public offices,
like I said, if you email me, I can work with you, and we can go from there.
can I speak to the city clerk?
I don't believe the city. I just went up there earlier.
What's
she wasn't there.
what's her name?
You can look that stuff up.
Can someone just tell me who the city clerk is?
I'm not going to sit there and tell names.
Why? It's public
Because
information.
it's all public records that you can look up.
Right, but I pay your salary. Why can't you just tell me what her name is?
You're a good man, Zach. Live all the way down in Florida and you pay taxes here in Ohio? No doubt. Did you ever live in Ohio? No? You never lived here? I wonder why you pay taxes in Ohio then, Zach. Can you tell us why you pay taxes in Ohio? Oh, you don't pay taxes in Ohio. So you don't pay this man's salary. So go back to Florida and shut your mouth.
You're being awfully obstinate at this point. I mean, you've been somewhat polite, but you're being obstinate. You're digging your heels in, trying to make it as difficult for me as possible. I just want to know how I can speak to somebody while I'm here now without having to have an obstacle put in my place that doesn't need to be there, sir. I'm asking you a very reasonable question. What's her name? Can you bring her butt down here so I can talk to her?
She's not there when I went up there. But like I said, I
She's not the only designee, though, in the entire building that handles public records. Again, every office should have a copy of
I
it.
did everything I could. Please email us and we can go.
Can you check the Treasury's? Did you check the Treasury's office? The designee there?
You need to talk to. You didn't talk about the Treasury, and again, all that stuff. Needs to be done.
If I can speak to the Treasury officer, whoever I guess deals with the public records, or post that copy, the retention schedule for the public records to review for the public to come in and see, I'd like to speak to that person for that office.
Everything needs to be done for me. I apologize.
Man, see, this is what I showcase, man. This is another big cushy building we pay for, so you guys can turn us away.
I'm sorry.
You don't seem like you're sorry.
Well, good people, I'm going to leave the video there because I'm going to split it into two parts. Now, in the second part, Zach cries and he goes over to the police department to file a complaint. They don't want to hear about it. Yeah, I'll bring that to you in a future video. But this video right here was like 1 hour and 20 minutes long. I mean, it was crazy long. But Zach didn't get into his building. I can tell you that for positive sure. Not to worry, though. If you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, please subscribe. Because when it comes to frauditors on YouTube, the end of stupidity is nowhere in sight. These guys will do anything they have to for clicks and views on their pitiful channels, no doubt. Please check out my other channels, including Dr. Dave, Debunker of Frauditors, and Sovsits. And if you need more entertainment, my main channel has over 6,000 video uploads for your viewing pleasures. Zach just needs to find a job. He's lost in life. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Yeah, before you get any more mugshots, Zach, get a job. Cheers to that.
An ordinances book. Yep, that's correct. Come again. Is there any reason why these officers are here? I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film me here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want you filming me.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
I don't want you to film me.
Don't get close to me. You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here? I want to know what your job title is to see if you're able to assist.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who's the one who called the officers in the first place? Because this may become a legal suit now. This is transparency. I'm conducting an audit. While I wait for the clerk to show me the statute about freedom of information, I need to do an inspection on the town, city, zoning and ordinances book. I have permission. I have permission. I have permission to film here, sir. Ma'am, please ask your superior before disrespecting somebody of the public. Where's the water department for this town? Don't yell. I'm talking to you softly. Why are you yelling at me?
Sir, please stop recording me.
Okay, I need to do an inspection.
I understand that. Please stop recording me right now. You do not have my permission to record me.
Okay, is your facility open to the public?
Not currently.
Not currently, okay. Okay, can you comply with my request? Where's your water department? Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This will become a legal matter if you choose to go this route. Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to do that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir. Who are you with?
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you with?
What do you mean? I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me. I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you. I'll be waiting for the book, sir. Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter. Okay, sir. This is going to become a legal matter. Please comply. Pass. I got to pass. Along with an inspection on the zoning and ordinances book. I'm going to be conducting some business here. I'm going to be recording it. Ma'am, it's up to you, ma'am. And there may be a suit in the court of law for non-compliance. What do you mean who I'm with, ma'am?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time or a bad attitude. In order to do an inspection on a book readily available. Hi, ma'am. What's your first name?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what's your first name?
Who are you?
The budget book, ma'am. I need to do.
I don't have. If you want to have a seat, I'll.
Sure, that's fine. Ma'am, I have permission to film. I have permission. I have permission here. Well, you see, the thing is, my good man. Anyhow, compliance is the key, folks. Where does it state that? Ma'am, I need stamped copies of these FOIA here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, sure, possibly. I'm acting as press, ma'am. First Amendment. I also have permission here with me. Okay, ma'am, you also have to abide by 2635.101 basic obligations of public service. Sir, I'm abiding by the statutes. It does not require a name in order to obtain record. Okay, well, you're talking unlawful. You're talking incorrect. That is not true what you just stated. Come again? Very rude. I'm not rude. It all shows on camera. You're the one who's rude. Well, anyhow.
No one really cares.
No one really cares? An inspection, if I wanted to take digital photocopies.
No, you cannot.
Absolutely, I can,
No,
ma'am.
you cannot.
Please comply with the law. Are you refusing service? Just tell me you're refusing service. Hand me over your business card and you will be hearing from my lawyer. If you go ahead and record, that means you're creating a public record and you cannot delete that off your personal phone. Your personal phone becomes a public record.
That's fine. I'll record it.
Okay. Well, sir, there's options to conduct business in person. You can't refer everybody to online. I'm not going to refuse my identification. However, I have not committed any crime. You cannot articulate that I have broken a law. Here's what I will tell you. Ma'am, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You could just call me sir. I'd like to file a police report of non-compliance about a employee that works here. Sir, I don't answer any questions.
You don't respect me. Why would...
So therefore, I'm not obligated to provide any identification in this matter.
you talk about my wife? What does my wife have to do with anything?
No, I'm not providing an address, ma'am. I'm doing a general inspection.
What does my wife... Why put up a picture and say that's my wife of a goat?
Not in my uniform, however, I do have my clipboard with me. That is not lawful, what you told me.
We're gonna have a ball at your cemetery. We're gonna bring you a rose, okay? We're gonna bring you a rose and we're gonna say you were dishonorable. He's attached to the affidavit too. He's part of the enterprise. You drew first blood. Just like you do with all these auditors, you draw first blood. In the next 3 days, I'm going to have a criminal enterprise community section, and it's going to be real well detailed. I got an attorney that's helping me draft it up and write it up. Scumbag. You're just a plain scumbag, man. You want to say why I'm upset and stuff. We're going to prove that you are breaking U.S. code. If I really wanted to be petty, I would take you to court.